All right, this problem is again for my Math 130 class. Travis had a question on how do you factor a trinomial, and I'm going to use a method called the Xbox method. Just a warning to you guys, there are several different methods to factor a trinomial. There's the AC method, there's the grouping method, there's the guess and check method. And I think Alex shows it a different way. Some other teachers show it some way. The Math Success Center might show it another way. I'm going to show it using the Xbox method, which is my favorite method because it works on the easy problems and the hard problems. So, and it's not too much guessing. So Xbox method. So here is the example. So you write make sure that the polynomial is written from highest order to lowest. So the highest exponent first, w squared, w, and 0, no exponent. So make sure it's from high to low. And what I do is I first look at the first term, and then I look at the last term. Those are eyeballs. So the first and the last term. And I'm sorry, let me rewind. Before I do any of this, I need to ask myself, is there a greatest common factor? 9w squared, 30w, and 25. Do they have anything in common? Well, a 3 and a 3, but a 25 does not have a 3. Here's a w and a w, but the 25 does not have a w. So here there's no greatest common factor. So you always want to check for that before you try anything. So now, because there are 3 terms, I'm going to do the Xbox method. And again, the Xbox method only works for 3 terms, trinomial, 3 terms. So I ask myself, the first term and the last term, what are the factors of 9w squared? In other words, what are 2 terms that multiply to give me 9w squared? Well, there's 3w and 3w, and then there's also 9w and 1w. So I'm just going to try 3w and 3w first. 3w and 3w will give me 9w squared. 9 and 1 will also give me the 9. But I'm going to try this first to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll switch to the other one. What are 2 numbers that multiply to give me 25? Well, 5 and 5, or 1 and 25, or 25 and 1. So the order does matter. So here I'm going to just choose 5 and 5. So I'm going to choose 5 and 5. And after I choose 5 and 5, I'm going to do what we call the X part. So it's called X box for a reason. Now I'm going to draw an X. So when I draw an X, that means I'm going to cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I get 3w times 5, which is 15w. 3w times 5, again, is 15w. And I ask myself, can I add or subtract these to give me the middle term? So here's the middle term, 30w. Can I add or subtract these terms to get me 30w? And the answer is yes, I can add these, and this will give me 30w. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So these numbers work. So I don't have to try all those other options. I got lucky, and it worked on my first guess. So now I know that these numbers work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the box part. So the box is kind of like what you do to present your answer. So I'm going to box this here and box this here. And I'm just going to put a little bow just to represent a box, a gift, right? How you present your answer. So when I factor this, 9w squared plus 30w plus 25, when I factor that, it's something multiplied by something. And the first item is going to be that first box here, 3w plus 5. And the second part is the second box, 3w plus 5. Or you could also write this as 3w plus 5 squared, right? Since it's repeated twice. So either answer would suffice. And I always recommend checking your work. You check your work by distribution. So multiply it out. Multiply this out and see if you get your original polynomial. So I'm going to just check it. 3w plus 5 times 3w plus 5. I'm going to FOIL. I get 9w squared. 3w plus 5 here is 15w. 5 times 3w is another 15w. 5 times 5 is 25. Notice the middle terms can be combined, so you get 9w squared plus 30w plus 25. And what do you know? This is what we started off with. So therefore, this factor works.